It's time to talk about the hot Grim Reaper. Not the person, the mechanism. Because in Survivor 49, Episode 8, what we witnessed was not a chaotic twist born of the players' actions. It was a surgical, perfectly timed production intervention designed with one singular goal: to save Rizo and Savannah. This isn't a conspiracy theory, it's an edit analysis, a clinical breakdown of the evidence proving that the unmerge was a calculated fix to prevent an inevitable pagonging of two key players and their powerful advantages. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you will see how the season's narrative is being constructed, and why the most strategic player on the island might actually be the editing team. The first clue that something felt off came not from the strategy session, but from the challenge announcement itself. Jeff Probst introduced the Split Tribe Challenge, the infamous unmerge, at the perfect, most volatile moment. Before this challenge, the fallout from the Nate vote-out had firmly established a majority coalition, leaving Rizo and Savannah isolated and exposed. Rizo was openly holding a public immunity idol, making him the obvious, massive target that the majority could easily blindside into playing his idol incorrectly, or simply overwhelm with votes. Savannah, the episode's titular hot Grim Reaper, was on the bottom and visibly emotional, her game hanging by a thread. This situation is the textbook definition of a pagonging, a predictable, one-sided elimination sequence. Survivor production loathes predictability. They crave chaos and dynamic endgame threats. And what is Rizo? He is a dynamic, idol-holding endgame threat. His elimination at this stage would have deflated the season's strategic potential. So, how did they fix it? By immediately and surgically separating the tight-knit majority. The challenge split the players into two distinct groups, yellow and blue. Crucially, the outcome sent Savannah to the winning yellow group, granting her individual immunity and the extra vote advantage. Her primary ally, Rizo, was left on the losing blue group, which was forced to attend tribal council. Now, consider the alternative: if the groups had been randomly selected differently, and both Rizo and Savannah had been on the losing side together, they still would have been outnumbered by their mutual adversaries, Jawan, Sage, Sophie, and MC. The twist would have been meaningless. But by removing Savannah, a confirmed target, and giving her a vote-saving ability that she could use to break a deadlock, the entire geometry of the tribal council instantly shifted. This was the first, undeniable structural change that favored the minority. Look closely at the players' reactions when the groups are announced. There is a palpable, momentary relief in Rizo's eye, a realization that the gallows were just moved, and the executioner has been momentarily distracted. This move didn't just split the tribe, it strategically handicapped the majority's momentum at the exact moment it peaked. The villain edit breakdown, in this case, isn't about one player, but about the narrative of inevitability that the editing team had to dismantle. Let's start with the isolation of Savannah's vulnerability. The episode opens with intense, almost mournful music as Savannah delivers her confessional about feeling like an outcast, connecting it to past career trauma. This is a classic underdog edit maneuver. The editors are generating immediate audience sympathy right before a planned twist is about to save her. It's not accidental. They are telling you, the viewer, who they want you to root for in this moment of crisis. Next, analyze the tribal council structure. Rizo is left with Jawan, Sage, MC, and Sophie, the four players who had collectively been targeting him. Their plan was simple: get Rizo to panic play his idol, then vote for the backup target. The obvious move was for Rizo to play his idol, saving himself and maintaining the status quo. The key moment of intervention comes when Savannah, the hot Grim Reaper winner, arrives. The editing choice to show her literally pageant wave from the boat to the beach, her self-proclaimed nickname, is crucial. It's a moment of dramatic, almost theatrical entrance, clearly signaling that she is the agent of chaos. The rules of her advantage give her two choices: vote or save her vote for a later date. Her decision to keep the extra vote is edited as a masterstroke of self-preservation. Her mere presence, the unknown variable of her vote, is the real power. Now, let's dissect the MC/Sophie breakdown. The majority alliance was brittle, and the production knew it. The minute Savannah, the X Factor, is introduced, the four-person majority begins to crumble, and the editing amplifies every crack. We see Sophie and MC's whispers about a backup vote being relayed from MC to Jawan. This scene is cut with frenetic, tense music, focusing on the close-up shots of their faces contorting in distrust. The camera lingers on Jawan's reaction, a tight, suspicious glare, before he instantly relays the information to Sage. This is a narrative domino effect, not a natural one. The editing ensures we see every strategic misstep of the majority right after the twist has destabilized them. The producers needed a scapegoat for the majority's collapse, and the chaotic live tribal scramble, which the host seems elated by, provides the perfect cover. The vote then shifts from Rizo to MC, facilitated by the information leak and Rizo's quick, persuasive maneuvering. The edit portrays Rizo as the Riz God strategist, turning the chaos into his victory. But the chaos was not organic. The unmerge, the removal of a crucial countervote, and the introduction of the Savannah variable provided the perfect conditions for Rizo's strategic agility to shine. The editing team successfully converted a predictable Rizo out with idol or Rizo saves self and maintains bottom position into a Rizo outplays majority and saves idol narrative. Every frantic cut, every suspicious glance, and every close-up of a broken trust in this 9-minute segment is designed to convince you that the players, not the production, created this live tribal breakdown. What does the sophisticated hot Grim Reaper fix mean for the rest of Survivor 49? It means the narrative has been prioritized over the algorithm. The production saw the threat of a flat, predictable post-merge, and they acted decisively. By introducing an unprecedented, surgically aimed twist, they have 1. Saved their advantage holder. Rizo keeps his immunity idle, maintaining his high-value status for the rest of the game. 2. Empowered the underdog. Savannah gains an extra vote, transforming her from an easy target into a swing vote and a dynamic strategic character. 3. Created new fractures. The majority alliance is now openly cannibalizing itself, with the trust between Jawan, Sage, Sophie, and MC permanently damaged. This ensures the next few tribal councils will be strategically engaging, messy, and unpredictable. The hot Grim Reaper twist was the safety net for the season's entertainment value. This wasn't about player agency, it was about editorial agency. The episode's true character is the invisible hand of the show's structure. Moving forward, every advantage, every tribe split, and every unexpected challenge result must be viewed through this lens. Is this an organic event, or is it a calculated production fix to keep the narrative, and its key players, alive and dynamic? The game is being played, but the story is being told, and the hot Grim Reaper was the moment the editors revealed their hand.